Anyway, TikTok, Google, Apple search ads, Snapchat, kind of that. Twitter, also kind of that. But then we have the ad networks. And these days, very popular rewarded UA channels like Misplay, All Media. Then we have Tapjoy, MyAppFree, AdJoe, a lot of them actually. And
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Matej drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jakub designs worlds chasing the skies. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew, talking UA adverts and game design too. Matej, Felix, Jakub bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matej, UA, master eyes on the prize, tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jakub's crafting realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode, which is another monologue episode. It's my turn again. So today, I'm going to talk about the beginner's guide to a mobile user acquisition. Our dear sponsors, I'm going to be talking about simplest and the most effective credit line for marketing. So if you're scaling over 10 years of UA under my funding, here's the deal. PVX partners, I haven't, but still, there's no equity dilution. You can repay as you get paid. You don't really need to sell your soul to anyone. Everything flexible, fast, and fully tailored to heights that allow me to run this consultancy, which I'm consulting 30 days, side, obviously. If you listen to the podcast, you know, take control of your UA budget without giving away a piece of your company. So visit pvxpartners.com, the world of UA, and see how they can help you grow smarter and the strategies and hacks. Well, you have to be familiar with fundamentals. So I'm going to talk about terms, the acronyms. They will definitely benefit from. I usually come together with on a daily basis. Thank you. So thanks for the feedback in the last few episodes for the monologues. I think all the ASMR stuff was just late night show and fun. I'm going to talk normally. No ASMR today. So the terms you need to know. So there are tons of acronyms in the industry. It's best to get familiar with the following terms. Well, and honestly, this episode is kind of gonna be very beginner's guide. So it's all beginning of the UA. So all the fundamentals. If you are skilled enough, thank you very much. This is not for you. But if you're new to the UA, this is definitely for you. So ASO is an App Store optimization, which is an activities that help you increasing the app visibility within the app stores to drive more installs. And then we have attribution. It's in kind of assigning value to different actions of the users that they've taken until they completed the conversion, or which players coming from which UA channels. So attribution helps you identify the players from Facebook, Google, TikTok, and all the other channels. A plugin as well. Churn, it's number of users who uninstall your app within a time period, helps measure stickiness. Impressions, how many times an ad is seen by someone, so how many times your ad or creative was served on the UA channels. Then you have organic app installs, which are app installs driven through non-paid advertising, such as anything about except paid content, social media, organics. Well, thing is, with organic app installs these days, we don't talk about organics, we talk about unattributed installs, because everything comes down to UA. If you don't run UA, it's very rarely to get discovered. And then we have the UA as a user acquisition, which is driving new users to your mobile app through marketing and advertisement. So I also wrote about some tips that help you grow in 2025, which is a little bit more for not experts but more advanced, talking about UA, diversification of the UA, talking about how to win on TikTok and other different channels. So definitely check it out in the show notes. So what are the key metrics that you need to know absolutely? Because UA is a numbers game. Remember these metrics like the bank. You need to remember these metrics absolutely. Conversion rate, which is a percentage of people who are seeing your ad and download it. So think about it as a click to install. So cost per install, it's how much money you pay actually for your install. Then we have cost per action, which again is cost for certain action. It can be cost per purchase, so how much money you need to pay for a payer, or the action can be basically anything else. It can be a tutorial completion. It can be level 100, achieving level 100. It can be played 10 levels and whatever else. So definitely that. Then we have CPM, which is cost per mille, measures the cost of 1,000 impressions. Check this metric to also see what kind of competition you have as well. So then we have IPM, which is installs per mille, basically measuring numbers of installs per 1,000 impressions. IPM is more accurate than CPM because we are talking about installs. CPM is just cost for 1,000 impressions. Now we are measuring effectiveness of the actual campaigns, not even campaigns, but creatives. Then we have CAC, which is customer acquisition cost, which is measuring the total return on investment of all marketing. Well, kind of yes, but also how much money you need to spend to actually acquire a customer. Then we have lifetime value, total estimate value that is generated over a certain period of time from the user that installed your app. So higher the LTV means you can spend more. If your LTV is lower than the CPI, you're losing money. And CPA versus LTV equation, I was talking about this specific issue, or not issue, or like how to actually understand this in the previous episode and the previous monologue. So check it out for sure. Then we have average revenue per user, which is measuring the amount of money the user generates, just the average. And then we have return on ad spend, which is the most important KPI, total revenue generated from the installs or the total advertising spent. So what do we have then? Well, why is it so hard? And the thing is, in not even in these days, but everybody obviously can run a campaign, and everybody thinks they understand UA, and therefore they're talking about it. And then B, well, I've heard 10 million times UA is dead. Well, it's not. Anyway, data runs the world, especially the mobile world. So how we collect and use data changes every day, which is one of the biggest pains in the ass of the UA manager. So data can really get dirty. First, you need to make sure your data is trustworthy. Are the sources giving you the right info? Are some conversions counting as double? Or are some conversions not counting at all? Keeping your data clean has to be the priority. Or else you will work with fucked up numbers and you will be, out of the job, I guess. There's nothing worse than making decisions based on wrong data. Always, when you run a new campaign, always do a data health check. Always run a small campaign, for example, in Philippines, where you check if everything is working correctly. You cross-check attribution provider, you cross-check the UA channels, and if you have your own internal data and dashboards, you cross-check that, all of it. It doesn't really need to be big spend. It needs to be $20, $30, $40 spent. So you are not 100%, but 300% sure that you are looking at the right data, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Not at all. Because you never know when another privacy or changes affect not even the data, but the whole ecosystem. Because Apple privacy changes caused a big effect on how we collect the data, and there's it's already 2025 and it should be already done, but Google will follow the Apple's lead as users become increasingly aware about the sharing data with advertisers. That means you must stay on the top of the sudden changes, because the only constant in the mobile marketing in gaming is the change. And you need to be very creative about the approach of on how you approach data and how you approach your marketing mix, because you need to be testing all the time. Well, and all of that, not only testing, but you need to be testing as well. You need to be testing thanks to the privacy changes, all the SKA networks, conversion schemas. We have now, to be honest, not that many people actually still use the scan campaigns, either on Facebook or on TikTok, because we have ADC, which is still advanced dedicated campaign. You see, I still don't know all the acronyms. And I'm 11 years in the industry. I still can't figure it out. Anyway, we have AEM, which is aggregate and even measurement. Both of these, they say they are almost real-time measurement for iOS campaigns. Well, almost. Anyway, so UA requires a strong working knowledge of numbers and rigor of testing, obviously, but you also need an intuition on what creatives will perform the best and perform well. The creative production isn't just limited to ideation, but also includes managing the budgets, scheduling, and working cross-functionally. Also, the creative fatigue is a real thing. Users are increasingly developing banner blindness and video blindness, and you need to refresh creatives on a weekly basis. And the thing is, it's not only about the fact that players are blind or they're becoming more blind over the time when they see your creatives, but also you need to refresh creatives because of how the algorithm works. So check out our creative trends, by the way. We are doing this on a monthly basis, and the next episode is coming live very soon. So we have 3 types of UA, which is paid, owned, and earned. It's all of these different terminologies and the keywords are quite important. We don't really use all of them, and I'm not using like a lot of them, because I'm the UA manager, and I trust paid, and I like to be in control of the budgets. Anyway, so there are hundreds of ways how you can go about acquiring users. To make things easier, we can bucket all UA channels into 3 categories, or all the UA activities, which I said: paid, earned, and owned. So let's say paid media, which is dollars for ads. Paid media, advertising platforms to drive conversions, kind of build brand awareness, but also, mainly generate traffic, which includes display ads, paid search, YouTube, all of it, the billboards, basically everything that you think about and you pay for it. Most common paid media channels these days is Facebook, well, Meta. Sorry, guys, I still call you Meta. Facebook. Anyway, TikTok, Google, Apple search ads, Snapchat, kind of that. Twitter, also kind of that. But then we have